You guys, happy Summer-Ween. If you don't know what Summer-Ween is, it's basically an event that Gabby Reads and Olivia Loves a Latte puts together every summer. And it's a whole week of reading spooky summer books. We have our hot cocos, we've decorated for the event, but we're so excited for today. We have the list of prompts they put together, we've got a whole bunch of books.
We got our cute mugs.
Cute mugs.
I've been falling a little bit behind on my reading, so this is actually perfect for us to just take a day to catch up on some reading with some spooky books.
The prompts are read a book in the dark, read a thriller, read a book that takes place in the fall, read a book with orange or black on the cover, and then read a manga graphic novel or a novella.
I decided to include The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling, the perfect Halloween, spooky, cozy vibes. So that would take place in the fall, so this is definitely one I could see myself reading, but then again, it's like I kind of want to save it for October. I should have read it last year, but I'm definitely going to read it now or in October.
I did bring My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. This one is on my July TBR, so that might be kind of cheating because I wanted to get this one read, but a lot of you guys said it's very good. I was interested to see how I was going to feel about it, so I have this one as an option.
One that I'm really excited to read is Hidden Pictures by Jason Recolak. I think this one won like the best horror book of last year, so I'm really excited about it. I remember reading the summary a while ago and feeling like I knew exactly how it's gonna end, so I'm really curious to see if I'm right or completely off, but this would be a really good thriller to read right now.
I did pick out a witchy one. This is The Witches of Moonshine Manor by Bianca Moras, but this one does take place like Halloween time, so same thing that you said about The Kiss Curse. I don't know if I should save it or if it would be cool to read it now and get myself in the mindset, but I think this is just about modern day witches, which I love, so I brought that one.
I noticed we both picked The House by Christina Lauren. This one would probably fall into a book with black on it.
Yeah, I think this is my book with black on the cover.
It sounds like a paranormal romance, maybe. We love Christina Lauren. We love everything they write, so I know we've been really interested in reading something like this by them.
For my thriller, I picked up The Perfect Marriage. Here's the thing, you guys. I know I haven't had the best track record with domestic thrillers, and you guys actually pointed that out, and maybe that's why I wasn't enjoying the mysteries I was reading, because they all happen to be domestic thrillers. This is the last one I have on my physical TBR, so this is the last shot I'm gonna give it. I was gravitated towards this one though because it has such great reviews, so I thought I'd pick this one out. Maybe we'll see.
The last option I have for today is The Passengers by John Mars. This one I bought very early on in this reading journey, and I still haven't read it yet. And honestly, at this point, I'm really sick and tired of just seeing it on my shelves unread. I think this one is a little bit more of a psychological thriller though, so I mean, I don't know. I could be interested in reading any of these right now.
The last one I brought is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I did actually start this one in our 4th of July vlog, and I liked it. It was getting a little slow where I left off, but I thought that I might as well finish it this month, so maybe I can fit it in somehow. But I know a lot of people are reading this one right now.
Okay, so we have lots of books. I think right now we just need to focus on picking one.
I think I'm gonna knock out the only one on this list that was actually on my TBR for the month. That might be cheating, but it fits. This is the definition of Summer-Ween right here. The back says this book packs all the magic of a summer horror flick. That's perfect. It needs to be read today. I think I'm gonna start with this one.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with mine that is kind of considered a horror, which is Hidden Pictures by Jason Recolak. I don't think I've ever read a horror book. I think the only one I've read is The Shining, and that just didn't really feel super scary to me. So I'm hoping this one will do that.
Okay, so we have our choices. This is gonna be an entire day of reading, so we're kind of just gonna get started. We're gonna see how many books we can finish, but we're not gonna stress about it. It's chill, fun, fall vibes. We're gonna go ahead and start reading, and then we will update you guys in a little bit. Guys, we're back. First update, we've read a good amount. I think we were both kind of talking beforehand and we're both in our stories already. Let me just say, I know that this is a horror book, but the opening was so cute and wholesome. It felt like middle school, making friends in homeroom, going to the roller rink, really wholesome, nostalgic vibes in the beginning. So that just set the tone for me. I was really happy going into it. But we are following Abby and her best friend Gretchen. They've been best friends since the 4th grade. They're now in high school, so we got to kind of see their relationship and friendship develop throughout the years. Something I love about this man's writing is that it's so vivid. You can easily picture everything in your head. It plays out like a movie, so it works perfectly with this story. This story is set in the 80s, so there's a lot of like references. It kind of feels like Stranger Things or 80s movies, which I really like. Basically, Abby, Gretchen, and their 2 friends decide to hang out one night and experiment with drugs in the woods. Already, this is not a good idea. They end up deciding to go skinny dipping, and as they're out there, Gretchen disappears and the rest of the girls spend the entire night looking for her. They do end up finding Gretchen near this like abandoned shack in the middle of the woods. She spent the entire night alone there, so she's very shaken up. Gretchen doesn't remember anything that happened that night, but she starts experiencing different things. She's having nightmares, she's feeling things, hearing things that aren't there. So we know something's going on already. Abby is really just trying to figure out what's happening to Gretchen, why she's acting different, and what possibly happened that night. I will say already, I think is gonna be my favorite Grady Hendrix book so far. I've only read 2 others by him and I've liked them, but I've been waiting to find one that I love. So I'm hoping it's this one. It's had a really good start so far.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think I'd like that one.
I think so too. It's like a fun, entertaining one.
Well, a lot is happening right now where I am. Like, I feel like where I left off is like everything is about to go down. Backing it up a little bit, right from the beginning, we're following our main character and she is like fresh out of rehab. And her sponsor decides, I'm gonna get you this job, nannying for this family. The parents of the little boy are really concerned because he has this imaginary friends that he keeps talking to. So they're hoping that Mallory, the nanny, can help kind of become his friend so he'll stop talking about this little imaginary friend that he has, which like right off the bat, if that were me, I'd say no thank you. That's okay. I'll go do something else as a job. Something I really do like about this book though is we actually get to see pictures that this little kid is drawing, and at first they start off so cute, like, you know, just regular little kid pictures, you know, and then like things just start getting a little crazy. I'm gonna show y'all one crazy one. This is like page 24. If you don't want to see it, just skip a little and I won't do it again. But look how crazy this looks.
Let me see.
And that's page 24. That is terrifying. Right then and there I would have left, you know?
Yeah, that would have been it.
That would have been it. Like, you have fun with your imaginary friend. I'm gonna go. And it's a lot throughout the book that we're seeing these pictures. Like, it's not every once in a while. It's like every chapter they're like, here's what he drew this time. But Mallory's kind of sensing that there's a deeper meaning behind all of these pictures. She doesn't think it's just like sinister. She thinks there's a story that needs to be told and she thinks that's what's happening. But then she also doesn't want to like sound crazy to these parents because these parents know that she is fresh out of rehab and she doesn't want them to think that she's like maybe starting to use things again, because if she thinks that there's something more than just his imaginary friend, that they'll think, oh, she's using again, we have to fire her, you know? So it's like a whole thing going on, but it's super entertaining, super fast paced. It's like a really fun page turner so far.
Okay, we're gonna keep on reading and then we'll just update you guys in a little bit. Y'all know how it works. We've read more. You go first. You go first.
I mean, we are on a freaking journey over here. Everything I say is pretty much on the summary.
Okay.
Nothing I say is really going to be a spoiler, but basically this kid's drawings, he's 5 years old, by the way. The pictures are no longer like cute little stick figures. They are like completely really nice pictures, but like no way could a 5-year-old sketch this out. They're really detailed and they're very like a murder scene is what the drawings are now.
Okay.
So I think the book has taken a turn from being less horror and more sad mystery, uncovering what is going on here. What is this story that this little kid is trying to tell us? That I really wasn't expecting, because I kind of liked feeling scared, and now I just feel like sad and want to get down to the bottom of what's happened. Our main character Mallory is kind of getting the help from the little boy and the imaginary friend and this really hot landscaper and the neighbor. They're all just trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and the parents are just no help at all. They think Mallory's crazy. They think she's like doing drugs again. But I mean, other than that, it's going really good. It's super entertaining. I'm just ready to get down to the bottom of like what the heck is going on.
Okay, but it's still good.
Yes.
Okay, because I have that one and I do want to read it.
No, it's still good. It's still entertaining.
Okay. I think mine, it's slowed down a little bit too, but I guess that always happens in books like this. Things are getting good, and I will say, out of the other Grady Hendrix books that I have read, this one feels the most digestible. I haven't felt like too disturbed yet. I haven't felt like I needed to put it aside. I see why people are saying it's kind of gross. There's a lot of like scenes that just have bodily fluids, and the descriptions are very icky. But I guess that's what makes it horror. I am liking it. We're basically just seeing Gretchen deteriorate, which is really sad. She's acting super different. Something is definitely affecting her, and Abby's just trying to understand and figure out what happened that night. Gretchen not only doesn't remember, but she's not really communicating with anyone. She's kind of just like keeping it all bottled up, and you can tell it's just taking a toll on her. That's what makes it sad. She's just super paranoid and just not present. She's definitely not the same. It's a little less intense than I thought. It's kind of just like this slow process happening, but I mean, it's creepy to see. Hopefully it has a really good ending, because if it does, I will give this a 4. I just need the ending to be good.
We're ready for our answers. We're ready to finish our books. Hopefully we love them. I'm feeling like this is going to be a 4 too.
Okay, so we're just gonna finish this off and then come back to you guys with our final reviews. You guys, we are done with our first book of the day. I will say, this was such a sad story. I know the plot isn't sad, but the storyline and just following Abby basically losing her best friend throughout this entire time is sad to see. I don't know if I thought you were possessed. I don't think I could stay as strong as Abby did. Abby was honestly the realest person. I don't know how she dealt with half the things she did, but it was a really powerful friendship story, I guess, which is not what I was expecting. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of gruesome, detailed, like gross scenes in here. So it definitely is a horror book at the end of the day. Overall, I really did like it. Just, you know, check triggers if you need to. If you don't like exorcism type things, there is a lot of that in there, so maybe don't go into it thinking it is wholesome. I just mean there are wholesome moments in the story that I liked. I don't know what I'm gonna give it. I think I would just give it the 4-star. 3.75 doesn't, it feels like it was a little better than that.
The way you feel about yours is exactly the way I feel about mine.
Okay.
Like, it was just so sad. Like, I just wasn't expecting such a sad story in the end. I definitely didn't see the plot twist coming at all, which is great. I love when I can't predict anything. When I did get this book, I thought I knew exactly what was going to happen, and I was way off, which is great. That's what I want. I just didn't expect it to take this turn. I think the journey was really fun. It was like such a good page turner, but I don't know. It was like something about the end. Like, this could have been a 5-star, but it was like the end was just a lot. It was good. It was good. The plot twist was good. I didn't see anything coming. It was just, it came out of left field for me, and I was just kind of like, how did we end up here? But it was still a really entertaining story. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Like you said, anything below that just seems not right.
Yeah.
It was still an entertaining story. I was still like locked in the whole time, having a great time. I felt all kinds of emotions. There was kind of a little romance in there too with Mallory and the gardener, which was cute, and I liked that. It was a fun story, and I think I would read more from this author as well.
Okay, good. I'm excited to read that one. Now at least I'll know it kind of gets crazy.
I think that's good too, because I don't think you would like such a horror book, and knowing that this will like kind of calm down, I think you'll like it.
Okay, good. Thank gosh. Okay guys, we got the rest of our book options. I don't know what I want to read next.
I don't either. I kind of feel like I want to buddy read this later with you in October.
Yeah. So put that one aside.
Yeah, so we'll save this for October. This just feels wrong to not read it in actual October. I think I'm gonna hold off on this. Like, I want to see pumpkins around town and in my life when I'm reading this, you know?
Okay.
So I don't think we're quite there yet. So I think for me it's gonna be The Passengers.
I kind of feel a little spooked out with that last one because I know this one's gonna be like super Halloween-y. I'm kind of leaning towards just doing a thriller because at least I know nothing supernatural is gonna happen. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know, but I think I'm just gonna knock this one out. I'm gravitating towards it.
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling it. We'll see.
All right. So The Passengers and The Perfect Marriage.
This is my last chance for domestic thrillers, so we will see. It says completely gripping psychological suspense. That's claiming a lot. His mistress is dead. His wife is his only hope. I completely forgot that was what this book was. This one has like a 4-star on Goodreads, crap ton of reviews.
All right, let's get it done. We are a good way into our books. Mine feels like a whole Black Mirror episode happening right now. Which, by the way, did you watch the new season of Black Mirror?
I saw a couple.
Because it's not giving Black Mirror.
It's not.
I don't know what this season of Black Mirror is, but it's not giving that like futuristic AI stuff. This is.
Okay.
So this is in a futuristic time when we no longer have to drive cars at all. They're all self-driving. There's not even like a steering wheel. There's no gas pedals, like nothing. Something that is interesting though is that what comes with the self-driving cars is there's less traffic,
right?
Because all of the cars can read each other and like see where people are going and like reroute if they need to. And there's also less crashes and less deaths, but there's also scary things that are going on too, because now we're following 8 people who are getting into their car going somewhere, and all of a sudden all the doors lock and there's this voice telling them they're gonna die, they can't get out of the car, and now they're going into a completely different route. They don't know what's going to happen. They're just being told they're gonna die. So there's like a pregnant woman, there's like an old actress, there's a married couple. It's a whole lot going on, and that's something I don't love in books when we're following like multiple characters, because I don't know what it is with me. I just have a hard time with keeping up with so many different people. We're also following a normal girl who hates these kinds of cars. She wants to go back to the old thing. She actually has jury duty, which is going over one of the cases where there was a car accident and we're trying to figure out, was it the car's fault or was it the human's fault who got in the way? This whole experience is being broadcasted all over the world. Whoever is hijacking their cars is trying to let the people pick who's gonna survive.
Oh!
Yeah! From cameras hidden in the cars, their panic is broadcasted to millions of people around the world, and the public will show their true colors when they are asked the question, which of these people should we save and who should we kill first?
He made it into a game show!
Yeah! I mean, it's really fun so far. It's just those, like, so many characters, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I'm sure I'll get it eventually.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
That is not what I thought that book was about. There's already so much going on in this book. 2 chapters in, I'm already pressed because I hate this man. And I know we're probably not supposed to like him. I can't stand him. I can't stand him, and it's infuriating being in his point of view. We are in dual point of view. We have Adam and Sarah. They have been happily married for 10 years. She is a super successful lawyer and he is an aspiring author. He is also cheating on Sarah with a married woman named Kelly. And it's already always a bit jarring to be in a man's point of view, but a cheating man's point of view, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm not even halfway into this book yet and I'm tired. Reading his point of view is just an experience. I'm sorry your wife is so successful, and I'm sorry you can't keep up. But if there's issues happening, maybe, I don't know, communicate with her, maybe file for a divorce if you're trying to seek love from someplace else. I don't know.
Maybe that's asking for too much.
Maybe that's just asking for too much, apparently. Anyway, I don't think we're necessarily supposed to like him. Either way, let me get into what happened. Like it says on the cover, the mistress ends up dead and and we're basically just trying to find out what happened. It's not looking good for Adam. A lot of the evidence is pointing to him. Sarah actually takes on his case and she represents him. Sarah is like one of the best lawyers there. She's one of the best defense attorneys, so she knows that she's possibly his only chance. Basically now we're just trying to figure out what actually happened that night. We're uncovering secrets, things are happening. I do have a prediction already, and I think it's because of the foreshadowing. So I want to know if they're trying to throw us off or if they are going to go in that route. We will see. I do think it's entertaining so far though. But yeah, no other complaints other than, you know, men.
Right. I guess we're just gonna keep reading our books. I kind of feel like I want to change our little setup now. This is like cozy. It's about to be dark, so we'll change it to spooky. Okay, let's keep reading. Okay, we've read a lot more of our books now. Mine, it feels like they're throwing so much information at us. I don't even know how to keep track with everything, but it seems like everybody, all of these 8 people that are trapped in these cars, kind of have something that they're hiding. Because this is like a whole media-wide thing where we're deciding who is going to stay alive and who we should kill off. I don't know how to feel, but I also think it's really cool because in the beginning of chapters, we can kind of see like what the media is talking about right now. So we can see like what news stations are saying, like what tweets are the #1 tweets right now, like who everyone's voting for, how people feel about certain people. It's unlike anything I've read before, which is a cool experience. A lot's going on right now, but I am really enjoying it. It's just easily playing like a movie in my head. I'm ready to get down to the bottom of this and see like who is this hijacker, what is his whole point. It's just so hard to explain because you also don't want to spoil anything. When they introduced us to these 8 characters that are stuck in the car, and they introduced a problem that would make you not like them, and then you kind of get to finally understand why they're in the situations that they're in. It sounds really confusing. It's just the way I word things, but trust me, it's going good. It is easy to follow. I just can't reciprocate it back to you, and that's my bad.
Mine's going really well. I think it's so exciting. I love mysteries where we get to follow the point of view of like people working on the case, because we get to see them, you know, like talking to witnesses, trying to find leads, uncovering things. I like being a part of that as a reader. So I definitely like how that's going. It's getting interesting. Stuff is coming out. Lots of reveals happening. I like how fast paced this reads. A lot of mysteries that I've read in the past will kind of slow down in the middle. I haven't had that issue with this yet. Again though, this man, your wife is doing everything she can to help you out because she believes you're innocent and she's trying to help. You're just making everything harder for her. I don't want to obviously explain details. I don't want to get into details of the case, but everything's juicy. It's just this man. Like, can you just listen to your wife, okay? And just do what needs to be done. Like, she is one of the most reputable defense attorneys that they have, right? She knows what she's doing. So can you just chill out and like listen? Like, it's just ridiculous. I can't stand men. Any domestic thriller, it's always just me ranting about the men, but I mean, it's also cool to see Sarah's point of view though, because obviously this is taking a huge toll on her. Just the details of the case coming out and everything she's learning, like it's hard to still want to defend your husband. I can't believe she's doing that. But since we're in her mind, we're kind of starting to wonder, like, should she have taken this on? Like, is she really the best person to do it if she's so personally connected to what happened, and like, is that gonna affect the trial and everything? I like how many reveals there's been though. There's always a little something that's uncovered and you're like, what's going on? So that's good. I'm liking it. We'll see. It needs a good ending though. This is normally how I feel with most mystery thrillers, and then the endings, they always fall flat. So let's see.
So we're gonna keep on reading until we finish. I'm feeling a little tired, so we need to get it done now.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll keep reading and then we'll update you with our final reviews.
guys, we finished our second books. It's much later though. We had snacks, we did some baking. It's been a minute. We're both tired, but we have finished our second book. So what did you think of yours?
I don't even know how to feel really. Like, I feel like I need a little bit more time to process it. There was 2 really good plot twists that I didn't see coming, so that was good. I think overall, I just felt like some parts were just super chaotic and it was a lot of information to take in from so many different characters. But obviously I knew it was going to be like that going into it, so I can't be that judgy about it. It was so unique. It was definitely unlike anything else I've read before. I kind of want to send this book to Black Mirror and be like, here you go, because you clearly need some new ideas. I don't know if this is a film yet though. I'm not sure. I need to look it up, but I would definitely watch this. I don't think I'm going to give it a 4 though, because I definitely liked Hidden Pictures more, so I'm gonna give this one a 3.5.
Okay, that's still good.
Yeah.
I don't know what to give this book. I'm the same. I'm gonna have to sit with it for a second. Here's the thing, okay? I did really enjoy the ending, but it was my first prediction when I started reading. I hate that because even though it's really cool to see everything still play out, it does take away a little bit of the magic because I was waiting for something. I was waiting for a plot twist or something to just like blow my mind, and I kind of was just like, oh, right, it's okay. It's still fun to read about, but I'm still like looking for a mystery thriller that just completely catches me off guard. Like, I've been searching for that and I want that, but I think it's because of the foreshadowing. I need a good book with like little to no foreshadowing, but for the plot twist to still be like a huge realization that makes sense. That's being picky though. Let me know if you have any recommendations, if that even exists. Even with that though, I would say this is one of my top rated mystery thrillers so far. I really enjoyed it. It was fast paced. It was definitely a page turner. I wanted to figure out what happened. I wanted to see this case play out and see how everything went. I think I'd give it 4.
Okay.
I'm thinking about other mystery thrillers I've given a 4, and this seems like it would be with those. I'm glad I did read this though today because I was gonna give up on domestic thrillers, and this one was good. This is how it should be done.
Well, I'm happy then, because now I can go read my copy.
Yeah.
And hopefully really like it.
This one is on Kindle Unlimited too, so if you have KU and you want to read it, definitely do that.
I would say it's been a pretty successful Summer-Ween. If anything, this has just gotten me way more excited for this spooky season to come.
I have so many books I want to read in October. I'm ready for the fall. I'm gonna start early in September. I would just keep all the decor out.
Might as well. We definitely wish we started Summer-Ween earlier. We're kind of starting on like the day before it ends. We would have been able to plan better if we had known with enough time to make some of those Summer-Ween books in our TBR, because now I just feel like overwhelmed with all the other books that I said I was gonna read and plan on reading, but that is okay. We're challenging ourselves.
That's okay. We still squeezed in 4. There's still 2 weeks left of the month. We can go back and focus on our monthly TBR, and these other spooky books will just be waiting for us in October.
That's pretty much it for today's video. Let us know if you guys participated in Summer-Ween and what you read if you did participate.
Now that Summer-Ween is basically over though, we will be focusing on our book club book. It's been 2 weeks into the month, but we are going to start The Happy Place by Emily Henry. That was the summer pick for this month, so we're going to be reading the ebooks because we want to wait for the paperbacks to come out before we purchase them. If you want to read that with us, make sure to join our book club if you haven't already. That link is always in the description and it's free to join. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
This just doesn't ever work for me. Take 3.
Okay. You guys, it is Summer-Ween. If you don't... Oh.
Why am I spilling right now?
I don't even know how that happened. Ah! Oh my God. Why are all these thriller horror books so sad?
I don't know. Scare me. You know, I want to be spooked.
Yeah.
The books are going great. This is where the update should.
Guys, the books are going good. What just flew out of my nose? That was terrifying. That's some horror shit.
A bookie? A bookie man?
Oh my God.